So real quick vlog today, I want to talk about the joy of coconut flour. I recently discovered coconut flour. A trusted friend and advisor kind of put me on this. Before that, I'd been using a lot of almond flour. I like the coconut flour better for a lot of reasons. First and foremost is taste and texture. It just, for me, it just works better. But also another thing I learned is almond flour has very high omega-6. And I know a lot of us are really trying to balance our omega-3 to 6 ratio and make it a little more where it used to be. And so taking in extra omega-6 not a good idea. Another thing I like about the coconut flour is you use much less of it in a recipe. And so I bought like a 4-pound bag on Amazon, and gosh, it's gonna last me months for sure. And the other thing I learned too, you use about 3 times as much almond flour in any given recipe, and it takes like 90 almonds to make a cup of almond flour. So that's just crazy. So coconut flour, you use much less of it. It's higher in fiber. Just a lot of really good things about the coconut flour. And so I've made some keto pancakes. It's got some carbs, but it's comparable again to almond flour, and just a much better option, of course, than wheat flour by a large margin. So anyway, I'm gonna make some of those keto pancakes, and I'm gonna put a link in the bottom, down in the description of this video. If you want to buy some on Amazon, I'll just give you the link where I bought it. And I encourage you to try it, and I've really enjoyed it. And so here's a real quick, an easy pancake recipe. The only word of warning with this coconut flour is it soaks up the water. So you got to use like maybe some extra eggs, a little extra water in your recipe. But other than that, I think you're going to be pleased. Okay, so here we go with the keto pancakes. This is real quick and easy. First thing I always like to do is mix my dry ingredients, and that's really just 3 things in this recipe, and that's your coconut flour, your baking powder, and the salt. So I just take a fork, kind of get that mixed up first, and then we'll put in our wet ingredients. So step 2, we just add in our liquid ingredients, which really is just your eggs, your oil, the heavy whipping cream, and the vanilla extract. And you just got to kind of play it a little bit by ear, because again, this coconut flour can soak it all up, and if it's too thick, you can just add a little oil. I'm using actually MCT oil, but the recipe calls for olive oil. Olive oil is always a safe bet. You get that MCT, you might be too much coconut flavor, but anyway, whatever you prefer. Again, start mixing it up, whisk it up, and then just kind of decide if you need to add more liquid or not. Once you get your batter made, all you need then is a good hot griddle, and I kind of like a medium high. If you get it too hot, you're going to burn the outside, and of course the inside of your pancake won't cook. And as you make that batter, don't be afraid to add a little bit of water, a teaspoon or 2 of water in there, because again, that coconut flour, it absorbs the moisture. So anyway, we got this going just right here, and we're about to have some perfect keto pancakes. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got me some homemade keto guava syrup, and I got me some Kerrygold butter, and it's about to get right on these pancakes, I'm telling you right now. Whew, I tell y'all what, good gracious, this almost feels like I'm sinning right here. It is so good.